Today we're doing a sculpt and define class with a booty band or loop resistance band and a set of light hand weights. I'm using 1.5 kilos, but of course you do not need to use any equipment for this class. It will still be effective. Now this is the shortened version of my full length class that is on my membership. So if you would like to skip straight to the full 45-minute class, I will link it down below. Otherwise, if you want a quick exercise burst, then this is the class for you. And we're going to get started today by putting the band around our thighs, just above our knees. You can take your weights in both hands and we're going to get straight into it. So come to about the middle of your mat. I want you to bring your feet about mat distance apart, slightly externally rotated, so toes are slightly turning out. You can bring your weights in front of you. Now you're going to sit back, coming into your squat. So inhale to lower, putting tension on that band. Exhale, lift. Now I want you to sit back in that squat into the heels, pressing through that heels. Exhale, lifting up, drawing that belly button to the spine. Let's go for another 4. Last 3, 2, last 1. Lifting it up, placing the weight into the right foot, popping the left heel, lowering it down, lifting it up. So 80% of the weight is in that right leg, 20% is in the left. So it's just there for stability. Inhale to lower, exhale, lift. We're really going to isolate and get into that right glute. Inhale, lower, exhale. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Lifting it up. Take the weights down towards the hips. You're going to send the hips back, straight back, lowering it down. Give me a nice row with the weights, lowering it, lift. So we're always keeping that straight spine. The gaze follows where the spine goes. Lift and squeeze the weights in. Last 4, 3, 2, last 1. Lifting it up. Now we're going to send that left foot back as we take the weights overhead. Pressing through that left heel, lengthening through the back of the leg, bringing it in. Exhale, take it back. Find that stability. Think of the inner thighs connecting to help you to keep that balance. Last 3. Don't use momentum with the weights. It's easy to do that. 2. Last 1. Hold it back. Now shift back. Bring the weights in. Lower them down to the hips. You are right over the hips. You're lengthening through the crown of the head. Lowering down into that lunge as you bicep curl. Exhale, lift it up, squeeze the inner thighs together. Find that beautiful high lunge. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. The lower you go in the lunge, the harder it will be. So we're just hovering that knee off the mat. Okay. Let's go for another 4. Really getting into that right glute. 3. Last 2. Don't swing, keep the elbows in towards the waist. Last 1, hold it here. Now, we're going to bring that left leg in as we send the weight overhead. Take it back into that lunge, hover. Take it forward. A little pop. Lift, pop, bounce. Okay, last 3, 2, last 1. Lift it up, shake it out. Glutes on fire. Take a sip of water. Okay, release. Shake it out. Taking a moment, and then we're going to go straight into the other side. This is a quick class, so you want to get that heart rate up and feeling good. Okay. Feet are going to be mat distance apart. You can come slightly forward. Now, slightly externally rotate those feet, lowering it down, lift. The weight is in the back of the heels. Inhale to lower. Exhale, lift. The knees aren't caving in. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Weight into that left foot. We are coming into our staggered squat. So pop the right heel lower. Lift. Good. Isolating that left glute. Drawing the core in as you lift. Finding length. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Lifting. Taking the weights down. Hinging the hips back. Finding that deadlift. Row it in. Lift. Good. Placing the weight into that left heel. So we're firing up that hamstring and up that glute. Keeping a straight spine. Last 3, 2, last 1. Lifting it up. We're going to take that right leg back as the arms sweep up overhead. Lengthen through the back of the leg. Don't lose your band. Keep on going, keep on going. I'm just going to fix my band. Okay. Keep on going, don't stop. Okay. Taking it up. Bringing it back in. Don't lose that band. That's the problem with these elastic ones. They slide up. Last one. Okay, shifting back, bring the weights in, lower them down. Now, you are over the hips, lowering it down as you lift and bicep curl, taking it down. Okay. Woo. Okay, I'm losing it here. Lift. Find that inner thigh connection to help you to stabilize. Good. Bringing the elbows in towards the waist, getting into that bicep curl. You're not swinging it. You're not using momentum. You're using control. Last one. Hold it here. Bring that right leg in as you take the arms overhead, shoulder press. Good. Taking it back. Exhale. Give me a nice little bounce. Hovering that back knee off the mat as you take it back. Getting low into that glute. Last 2. Last 1. Good. Lifting it up, taking it down, and shaking it out. Good. Release that band for now. We're not going to need it right now. We're going to do some ab work. So take your last sip of water. Come to the back edge of your mat. You're going to extend the arms up to the ceiling, roll it down, soft bend in the knees, vertebra by vertebra. This is actually the second class I'm teaching today, so I'm feeling a bit out of breath. Okay, walk the hands out, coming into your pike position, pedal out the heels, take the knees down, cross them, sit back onto the glutes. Come down into the middle of your mat. Knees are bent, and then you're going to roll it down onto your back. Okay. Taking the hands behind your head now. Let me just fix my mic. Okay, taking the hands behind your head. Now, I want you to find that neutral spine position. So that is where your hip bone is on the same plane as your pubic bone. There's a slight gap between your lower back and the mat. So you inhale, lower. Exhale, lift up into that ab curl. Gaze comes towards the upper thighs. You are lifting the shoulder blades off the mat. So you're really getting deep into the core. Lift. And as you lift, you're not pressing the lower back into the mat. You are staying in that neutral spine position. On your next one, hold it up, holding that ab curl. Keep that neutral spine position. You're going to articulate through the right foot, lifting it up to tabletop. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Notice your hips. You're not moving them. You're staying in that neutral spine. And also, you're not moving from the knee like this. You are moving from the hip, but you're not moving the hips. Okay. It's called hip disassociation. Holding it here, extend it long, bend. Inhale, extend, keeping the hips still. Exhale, bend it in, sinking that belly button to the spine. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. Okay, on the next time, You extend, you're going to bend it in, twist towards that bent knee. Extend it long. Getting into those obliques. I want you to lift up and over without pressing the lower back into the mat. So you're really isolating that thoracic spine. Last two. Last one. Extend it, bend it in, lower it down. Lower the head and the neck down and just windshield wiper. The legs releasing any tension in the abs, in the obliques, in the back. Okay. Good. Bringing the knees back up, bringing the heels in. Take the hands behind the head, find that neutral spine position. Wiggle it out. Okay, get into a good position. Exhale, lift it up into that ab curl. Articulating through the left foot, lifting it up to tabletop. Inhale, lower tap. Exhale, lift. Good. Remember, we're just moving that femur inside that hip joint. And you're not working from the knee. The knee is still. Exhale to lift. Last two. Last one. Hold. Extend it out long. Bend. Keep that back in a neutral spine pelvis position. Good. Abs are working hard. Last three. Two. Lift up into the ab curl. Last one. Twist. Extend. Twist up and over. Isolating that thoracic spine. Lovely. Last three. Two. One. Okay, bend the knee in, lower it down. Twist from side to side. Just releasing any tension. Taking the band, placing it around the thighs again. So just above the thighs. Okay. You can even take your weights. Take your weights. Place them on the hips. Walk the heels in towards the glutes. Now, you're putting tension on that band. Your knees are about hip distance apart. You're going to exhale, lift with a flat back. Inhale, lower. So you're holding onto those weights. Your gaze is up towards the ceiling. There's a slight tuck in the chin. So you're pressing through the heels, lifting and lowering. Exhale. Good. Last four. Squeezing those glutes. 3, 2, 1. Hold it up here. Now open the knees. Inhale. Come back. Exhale, open. Keep the hips still. So as you open those knees, you're not sinking the hips as well. They're staying up in that isometric hold. Open. Close. Good. Okay. On your next one, lower halfway. Lift, open. Good. So we're really keeping that time under tension. We're getting into the glute max and the glute med. Last 3, 2, 1. Hold it here. You're going to articulate through the right foot, lifting it up to tabletop, placing the weight in the left heel. Notice here, I want your hips to be square, so you're not dipping that right hip. They're square. So you're really pushing into that left glute. Lower, lift. Squeeze that left glute. Keep that stability in the hips. Last 3, 2, 1. Take it down. Change sides. Lifting that left foot up. Lower. Lift. Hips are square and level. If you need to, you can take a peek. Try and make sure that's level. Level it out. Last 2. Last 1. Take that foot down. Hold it up. Okay, little pulses up. Let's finish it out. Last 4, 3, pressing through the heels. 2, 1. Take it down. Hug it in. Sway side to side, releasing any tension in the back. Good. And then rolling onto your right hand side. Double up the mat. You're going to bring that right leg in. So I'm on my right hand side. You're going to bring the right leg in line with the hip. Extend the left leg long. Now, making sure you're pressing that shoulder away as you lift up into a side plank, grabbing that weight. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Strong side plank. Good. Neck in line with the spine. You're opening up the chest. You're sliding the shoulders down. Last two. Last one, hold it up here. Just lift and lower that leg. Exhale. You're keeping the hips still. As you lift and lower that leg, you're not dropping in the hips. They're remaining still. Last three, two, one. Take it down, bend it in. Lift up and over. Releasing that side waist. Taking the hand down, looking back behind you. Lifting it up and releasing. We're going to go straight into the other side. So taking the weight in the right hand, coming down onto your left hand side. Left knee in line with the hip. Right leg is long. Taking the weight up to the ceiling. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower tap. Exhale, lift and squeeze. Good. Squeezing those underneath obliques. Sliding those shoulders down. Opening up the chest. Neck in line with the spine. Last two. Last one. Hold it up in the isometric hold. Flex that foot. Lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Good. Keep that good form. Keep the hips up in that isometric hold. Last three. Two, lengthen through that leg. Last one. Take it down, take the hips down. Lift up and over. Gaze towards the ceiling, and then take it down, looking back behind you. Good. Opening it up again. Take the band off. Take the left leg over the right. Make sure both sit bones are on the mat. Lift up and lengthen, and then twist towards the left. Really find that rotation and that length in the spine. So you're twisting, you're getting into that glute, stretching out that glute, that left glute. Take a big deep breath, rinsing it out. And then release that. Switch to the other side. Right leg comes over the left. Find that length. Both sit bones are down on the mat. Twist towards the right, looking back behind you. Stretching out that right glute. Taking a deep breath. Gently release. Coming back to center. Heels together, knees apart. Lift up and lengthen through the spine. Close your eyes and then fold it forward. Releasing that back, the inner thighs, the hip flexors. And then when you're ready, roll it up to seated. Bring the knees together. And that's it for today's quick class. If you would like the full-length version, I'll link it down below. But don't forget to subscribe if you would like more workouts like this from me. And I hope to see you in the next video.